What if instead of manually vetting hundreds of project requests, imagine receiving every proposal with a built-in risk score, resource check, and a go-no-go recommendation, delivered in seconds, tailored to your data, and integrated directly into your current workflow? This isn't the vision of the future, it's the new standard. I'm Kevin Blanco, and today I want to show you how to build a multi-agent system that uses Google ADK, agent-to-agent, MCP, BigQuery, Cloud Run, and Asana all together, secure and cost-effective. Because enterprises already have the data and years of it, but it's fragmented across systems. Too much for any human to process in real time. So intake runs on gut feel, and unfortunately, sometimes the wrong projects gets approved. You know that feeling, right? So here's what I built to fix that. I'm going to fill out a new Asana project request intake form. The project name is Machine Learning Platform Migration. The project type is infrastructure. The budget range is between $500K and $2 million. The timeline is 20 weeks. And the requester team is engineering. The priority is really high. And for the notes, I'm just going to put to migrate the machine learning training pipeline to a centralized managed platform to reduce the engineering overhead. And in about 20 seconds, that task comes back fully enriched with risk score, resource availability, historical pattern analysis, and live workspace context, all automatically with no manual steps. The intelligence came to them. Let me show you exactly how this works under the hood. It consists of 3 layers. On the left, Asana as the human interface. A form submission creates a task, and that task fires up a webhook. In the middle, Google Cloud, a webhook receiver, an ADK orchestrator, and 4 specialist agents that talks to Vertex AI and BigQuery. All Google Cloud Run services. On the right, Asana again, but this time as a data source. One agent queries the live work graph through the Asana MCP server. The orchestrator is a Google ADK LlMagent. Before ADK, I'd have to manage session state manually, wire up the Gemini API myself, and build my own tool dispatch logic. ADK handles all of that. Just one class, the model, the instructions, and the tools. That's the whole agent definition. The orchestrator dispatches 3 agents in parallel, then one sequentially, that uses agent-to-agent protocol. The orchestrator doesn't really know how any specialist agent works internally. It just knows that it has to send a task to a URL and wait for the result. That means I can just swap out my agents and add new ones or change them without touching the orchestrator. A naive approach will be to dump all of the data into a CSV and inject it into a prompt on every run. That obviously will blow your context window, and it will spike API costs, and it goes stale the moment the data changes. Instead, this agent finds patterns in hundreds of historical projects in seconds using the BigQuery toolset. Just one line. And it connects the agent to the Google's fully managed BigQuery MCP server. The agent writes its own SQL at runtime based on what the specific request needs to handle. And also, it uses the application default credentials and secret manager automatically. This agent also queries the Asana MCP server live at runtime. It finds active projects that might overlap with this new request, and it checks the current team task load. This uses the same project but different credentials. The MCP toolset class as the BigQuery agent but with a different URL, and the agents connect to them the same way. This is what open standards means in practice. Everything is traceable in Google Cloud Login for observability purposes. What each agent does, the requests, the payloads, the response, and the communication between the orchestrator and the agents. We have 5 Google Cloud Run services. Each agent is its own container that uses Gemini through Vertex AI with instructions that define what the agent does, and ADK handles everything else. The tool calls, the sessions, the response parsing. And the best thing, they scale to 0 between requests, so everything is pay per request. So here's the full picture. 1 Asana webhook, 1 ADK orchestrator, 4 specialist agents, the BigQuery analyst, resource advisor, Asana context, and the risk scorer, all running securely and cost-effectively on Google Cloud. This is what human plus AI collaboration actually looks like. Humans set the policy and agents do the data work in seconds with full traceability. And here's the best part, you can run the same agent right now. The full source code is on GitHub. Clone it, set it up in a few commands, and have this running in your own Google Cloud project today.